the center of the universe and the Thrive15.com world headquarters. Let's go! Presenting the world's only business school without the BS with optometrist and entrepreneur Dr. Robert Zellner and the Forbes Small Business Administration Entrepreneur of the Year in your ear, Clay Clark. It's the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170. 3, 2, 1, boom.
Boom, boom, bang. Let's do this thing, Thrive Nation. Welcome back to the Thrive Time Show during your drive time home. And I'm telling you what, Z, Dr. Robert Zellner, I am excited. I am so pumped up. I can't wait to talk about it. Today's topic is awesome, Z. It's the topic about helping people who are stuck with their business. They own a business, and they are Stucky McStuckerson.
Stucky McStuckerson. And also, for the 57% of you, according to Forbes, I mean, it's a number. It's kind of a thing.
That's just it.
It's a thing that want to start their own business. You know, they want to stop punching the time clock. They want to stop working for the man, and they want to be the man. And that's not gender specific. They could be stop working for the woman and
Hey,
be
and
the
speaking
woman.
of that story,
you know,
we have a guy who's in the studio today, the sound guy here, Mr. Nate the Great.
Oh, yeah, he's awesome.
He indicated today that after being here for about a year, he's decided to move on and pursue his acting career soon. So it's kind of exciting.
Oh, wow.
He's going to be leaving the nest. But the thing is, we're excited. We've got many people trained up who know what they're doing to produce this great show. I don't know if they'll ever be able to live up to his legend or fill his shoes, but it's exciting when someone goes on to pursue their own thing. It's exciting.
It absolutely is. And as an entrepreneur or a business owner, you're going to realize, you think, you know, I'm going to hire this person and they'll be with me forever.
They're going to be
They're
with
never
me
gonna
for the
leave
rest
me.
of my life because they're going to be with me
here.
for the rest of my life.
they're going to be with me the rest of my life. But then one day they stand up and say, hey, you know what? I think I want to do my own thing. Or I think I want to move, or I think I want to go get this job over here for this particular reason. And you're just the first time it happens to you as a business owner, you're just absolutely just crushed, like just bam, like
You know what? Now, you know that now
I did all that I did for you, man. I gave you a job and I coached you up. Oh,
Z, I used to. This is the song I used to back in the day. This is what I used to hear back in the day. Whenever somebody would come to me and say, "Can we talk?" I would go, well, the button didn't work, Z. I guess kind of a quiet time. It was like a moment of silence. But back in the day,
which one were you trying to hit? Were you
well,
trying
back
to hit
in
the
the
little
back in
story
the day,
time?
I used to be. It was like an eerie sound. It was like a sound where you kind of felt like in your soul. You just kind of went like,
oh, I know it's coming.
oh no, I know it's coming. They, can we talk? And you're like, oh, frick,
no.
frick, I know how this is gonna turn out.
It's never good.
It's never gonna turn out good. I know
It's never good.
I gotta leave it. And then you're like, and it's, baby, can you come back, baby? I swear. No, but I used to feel like that. But now, though, it's actually exciting.
It is exciting. And I tell all my employees, and some of them are probably out there listening right now, or former employees, I say, listen, you're not quitting. You're just taking a little vacation from the job because you didn't burn a bridge. You've been a great employee. You know, I love you, man. And you're always welcome back. It's amazing how many of them will come back. And you're like, see, you're like, yeah, I told you. And so if you left them leave on good terms and they were a good employee, which they should have been because you weren't firing them.
Yep.
So I'm assuming they were a good employee.
Typically, you don't fire the best people.
Yes. I mean, you usually don't wake up that day and say, you know, Billy, you've done such a super job here. I'm going to let you go. That's not the ones you let go. So.
All right, Thrivers. Now, here's the deal. We are talking today specifically about why every single person needs a business coach. Z.
Boom. That's
why every single person
No,
needs
they don't. No, they don't. They don't.
Every single.
They don't. We'll fight about it.
Okay, every married person.
No, they don't. They don't need a business coach.
All humans need a coach.
No, they don't.
They don't need a coach?
No, they could do it like we all did. They could just make mistakes.
You could
learn from their mistakes.
And it's a great way. It's a painful way. It's a mysterious way.
I promise you will not forget it. I know every one of my key mistakes I've made. Yep. I've learned from them. They were painful, and I own them like a Boy Scout badge of honor in my little sash.
You still have scars.
I do have. So you're right. I do have scars. But hey, listen, you're going to learn by mentorship or mistakes. It's your choice, and hopefully that's why on this Tuesday, which is really I call Wednesday, because we only have you for an hour today. We only have you for an hour, so we got to make hay while the sun's shining. Hopefully that's why you are tuning into the Thrive Time Show, because you say two things. You know what? These guys, they're telling me some good tips about business. They're giving me some good tips about business, and hopefully whenever your second finger that's up and you're saying, and you know what? They're kind of entertaining me a little bit as they do it.
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Of entertainment.
Just a little bit.
Now, here's the deal, Z. If you're listening right now, I want to talk about this concept of a business coach. Now, whether you hire a Thrive15.com coach or not, I'm going to give you a notable quotable. And this comes to us from Eric Schmidt. This is the chairman, CEO of Google, and this is what he has to say. I'm going to read it to you right now. He says, the advice that sticks out I got was from John Doerr, who in 2001 said, my advice to you is to have a coach. Wait a minute. The CEO of Google is talking to a venture capitalist who says, you need to have a coach. He goes on to say, the coach he said I should have was a guy named Bill Campbell. I initially resented the advice because, after all, I was the CEO of Google. I was pretty experienced.
Yeah.
Why would I need a coach? Am I doing something wrong? My argument was, how could a coach advise me if I'm supposed to be the best in the world at what I do? Gee.
You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
But that's not what a coach does. The coach doesn't have to play the sport as well as you do. They have to watch you and get you to perform at your best.
Ooh, say that again.
The coach doesn't have to play the sport as good as you do. They have to get you to perform at your best. And the coach is somebody who looks at something with another set of eyes, describes it to you, and discusses how to approach the problem. He basically explains that a coach pushes him to be the best him that he could be. This is the CEO of Google. Now, Thrivers, if you want to find this article, it's on Fortune magazine. So just Google Fortune and then Google Eric Schmidt. Boom, you'll find it. Now, if you don't like it, here's another example. Google Bill Gates, business coach, or Google.
I've heard of him.
Bill Gates, May of 2013, he was given a TED Talks, and he explained that everyone needs a coach. Just Google that phrase, everyone needs a coach, Bill Gates.
Yep.
He explains without feedback, there's no way to improve. And you've got to have feedback, that somebody's giving you feedback, and it's not just your customers, because by the time you get feedback from your customers, it's almost too
late.
Yeah.
Well, it is, especially, I mean, if it's good feedback, that's good, positive, and your business is growing, and that's great. But, we're here, we want to take good, and we want to make it great. That's what we're here to coach you up. We want to take an exceptional and make it like really exceptional. Is that a thing?
Nope.
And then so that's what we're here to do. You know, we want to take all of you out there. Plus, this is going to sound horrible, and we don't want to be Nancy. Don't want to be negative Nancy. Pardon any Nancys out there. But it's a thing. Most of you that start a business, I hate to say this.
According to Forbes.
Yeah, most businesses fail.
8 out of 10.
Fail.
Fail?
Fail.
Fail as in they don't make it?
Fail as in they shut the door down.
Why are you so negative? This is supposed to be a positive show.
I know, but listen, we want to personally change those percentages. We want to have, people that don't listen to the Thrive Time Show, they're 80%.
Yeah.
20% strike rate, 80% fail rate. Those that listen to the Thrive Show, we want 100% success rate and 0% fail rate.
Well, the thing is, Z, I'm just going to throw out some examples. When I started my photography business called Epic Photos, when you started your optometry clinic called Dr. Robert Zellner and Associates, when I started DJConnection.com, when you started Z66 Auto Auction, we go back and forth, we've started companies.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why they haven't failed. And it's because, one, we're persistent as all get out. And two, we know the moves. And so, Thrivers, we're going to teach you the moves, but I'm going to go ahead and give you a little sneak peek on these moves, okay? So move number 1 is everyone needs a coach.
Everyone needs a coach.
Everyone needs a coach. Move number 2, your coach knows answers to questions that you didn't even know to ask.
Ooh.
Now Thrivers, now that's the thing. When we come back after the break, we're going to get more into it. But Z, Pete, the coach, an experienced business coach, literally has gone the way. He knows the way. They've seen the way. They've been a part of the way. They've studied success. And they know, as an example, years ago, I was sitting down with a client. I'm talking to them, and they said, hey, I want to be to the top of Google, but I just can't afford those ads. And I said, I know. We'll get you there. And they go, no, but I can't afford the ads.
Yeah.
And I'm going, we're not talking about fighting the Earth's gravitational pull here. We're not talking about the impossibilities. We're talking about you can get to the top of Google.
Yeah.
The client goes, yeah, but I don't want to buy those ads. And I feel like I'm talking to myself. And I'm going, so I look at the man. He's about a 55, 56-year-old man. I said, listen, I'm like a 29-year-old guy. I've had a lot of success in business. I don't mean to yell at you, but listen to what I'm saying to you. Your permalinks are screwed up. Your meta tags are messed up. Your title tags are wrong, and your site is not Google compliant. You got to make these moves. And if we make these adjustments, if we use a website called SEMrush and we run a report, we'll see all the canonical errors. And he goes, blah, 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 blah. And he goes, what are you talking about?
He goes, I don't want to buy the ads.
And he goes, no, seriously. He goes, what's SEMrush?
Yeah.
And I said, well, SEMrush is a tool that analyzes your website compliance. He goes, we have a lot of it. Okay, so what does canonical mean? I mean, I'm beginning to answer questions that he didn't even know were questions.
Exactly. But you know what? At least he was smart enough to know he needed to get to the top of Google. Is that a thing, Google?
And I'll tell you how we met real quick, Z.
Okay.
His bank, he was going into bankruptcy. And the bank was on that workout deal. Mm-hmm. And the banker who ran the bank calls me and says, hey, I've got a guy here that he's a good guy, but his business is going to go under.
Yeah.
And we're going to let him delay some of the payments to the bank, and he can use some of that money to hire you.
Yeah.
And I said, okay, let's do it. And I can tell you the guy did very, very well. He's doing very well financially now.
Yeah.
And it's a fun story. But these are things, Thrivers, where if you're listening right now, the reason number one to have a coach is that everybody needs a coach. Michael Jordan. How many NBA championships did Michael Jordan win without Phil Jackson? 0. Kobe Bryant. How many NBA championships did Kobe Bryant, one of the best basketball players on the planet, how many did he win without Phil Jackson? 0. Maybe it's a good coach. Maybe not. The Patriots, every year they're 12-4.
Oh, no.
11-5.
Oh, no.
Is it the coach?
Oh, no.
What about the Spurs? Some people say, well, they had David
Popovich,
Robinson, they
he's
had
good.
Duncan.
I'm a big Thunder fan, but he's a stud.
The thing is, a coach can absolutely push you to perform at your best. So headed into the break right now, I want you to go ahead and get out a piece of paper and write down where your business is stuck. Go ahead and do it. Maybe pull over.
Or the number one thing you would want for your business. I'm gonna give them my own. My own list. You say where they think it's stuck, and just like the guy that came in and said, "I'm gonna be top of Google."
What do you want for your business?
What do you want? Write down that special thing you want for your business.
Now, Thrivers, we come back. We're going to be teaching you about the art of business coaching. Stay tuned.
This show is brought to you by Adobe Creative Cloud. If you're a photographer, graphic designer, video editor, podcaster, business owner, or just creative genius, this is for you. All of your creative tools, all in one place. Creative Cloud includes the entire collection of creative apps for desktop, from favorites like Adobe Photoshop and Illustrator to new tools like Adobe Experience Design. Check this out. You can create podcasts seamlessly and high quality with Adobe Audition. Did you miss the exposure or looking to create a stunning and beautiful photo? You gotta download Lightroom, okay? The latest release of Adobe Creative Cloud is here with incredible new features in Adobe Photoshop, Illustrator, and all of your favorite apps, plus millions of Adobe stock assets and new premium images are built right in. So you can turn your brightest ideas into your best work fast. Make sure that you check out Adobe Creative Cloud. It's at adobe.com. Once again, Adobe Creative Cloud at adobe.com.
Live, local, now. You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
All right, Thrive Nation and Oklahomies, welcome back to the left coast of the Arkansas River, where we are producing business broadcasting excellence day after day. We are here in the Thrive Time Dojo of Mojo. It's unbelievable. It's the box that rocks. Z, could you describe, for the people who are not watching the Facebook Live feed right now, what is the box that rocks?
Well, I tell you what, we had probably one of the coolest studios you can, right here in the epicenter of Thrive Nation.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, it's just like the center of the universe, you know. But we had a really, 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 really cool studio. But what we said is, you know what? Let's take good and let's make it great.
Absolutely.
We coached ourselves up, and we said, you know what we're going to do? We're going to actually build a new studio, a little baby studio here.
Yep.
And we're going to make it kind of, I call it the aquarium, because we have glass on two of the sides. So now the camera, we're in front here. You actually see our workspace behind us. This beautiful Thrive15.com
There's real
headquarters.
team members back there.
There's real team members working around they should be working.
Well,
Would you
it's
keep an eye-
kind of past work with the work day, but Mel is very diligent. She's
Yep.
still here. I'm going to knock on the glass real quick and see if she responds. Let's see what happens. Here we go.
Okay. Did she respond?
I don't see her respond. No, she's not responding.
She's down.
She's
down.
obviously too focused on working right now to respond.
So the reason we did that is because we're getting ready to start a very exciting chapter in our lives, and that is our in-person workshops. And we wanted to make sure people realize it's like, where am I going? Is this a real thing? If I show up, what are they going to do? What's
Here's
going
the deal.
on?
You sign up for the workshop. You go to the back alley there, right behind the Mayo Hotel. There's a little spot right there.
Spot right there.
There's a guy named Vinny. Okay, you hand him a paper bag
full of money,
and you look at him and you say, "Boom," and he'll know what to do.
He'll know what to do. Yeah,
he'll let you in.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
scary. Scary. So we did this just kind of bona fide to verify and to classify.
Oh, wow.
What we have here.
That transparency
in Thrive Nation.
Okay, now, Z, we're talking about business coaching.
Oh, it's
and
a
the
beautiful
first
thing.
move is everyone needs a business coach.
Yeah, and you know what? The richest dude in the world, Bill Gates, $75 billion, if you're into that kind of thing. That's a lot.
I don't really define success in business as money.
But anyway, he's a thing, and he gave a speech in like May of 2013.
TED
Talks. And in it, he specifically said everybody needs a business coach.
Everyone needs a business coach.
Everyone needs
also, again, Eric Schmidt, the CEO of Google, he says everyone needs a coach. Now, here's the thing, Thrivers, okay? The main reason of having a coach is, one, they're going to help you lead the way. We talked about that earlier. They're going to help lead the way, show the way. They're going to coach you to success, push you to be the best you can be.
Right.
The second thing is they know the answers to questions that you did not even know that you had.
What?
Z, I would even argue that a coach helps you dream bigger than you've ever dreamed.
Absolutely. I mean, that's one of the first things a couple of years ago when you Shark Tanked me about Thrive15.com.
Yep.
And I said, that's a fabulous idea where we can scale business coaching for people around the world.
Around the world.
And I looked at you and I said, well, what's your dream? What do you, when this hits and does really well, what are you doing this for? And you were like,
Now, I will say this. I was at a time and place where financially all of our needs were met. And you're asking me a big question, like, what would you do when this thing takes off?
And you have an answer. I just went, psh, psh, and I said, before we do anything, you get the answer to that question.
But you got a chance to check it out this week, and you saw the man cave.
Oh,
it's starting to come together.
Space.
The compound is starting to begin.
And I'm going to help Aubrey build that little tree house out in the back.
Are you pretty handy with tools?
No, but I know people.
Okay.
I got people.
You're going to send over a team of guys.
Handy with tools. Do I look like a dude handy with tools?
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you this, Thrivers. Let me tell you this. The business coach, what they're going to do, though, is they're going to help you get those answers to the questions you didn't even know you had. So here's a question that a business coach would help you find the answer to, and I'm going to go ahead and give it to you now. Okay. This is a notable quotable from Michael Gerber, and he says, "If your business depends on you, do you own the business, or do you own a job?" See right there. See, that's a question.
Wow.
So Michael Gerber, he's the best-selling author of the E-Myth, and he says, again, if your business depends on you. So here's an example. Back in the day, I used to own DJ Connection. When it was me and two guys, I used to DJ every show.
Every show.
I DJ'd it. My name's Clay Clark. I'm the founder of DJ Connection. You book DJ Connection. You book DJ Clay because I'm DJ Connection. Bam, bam, boom.
Dude.
I was excited.
Yeah.
I said, I'm
and you were
personally
good.
every event. Yeah.
Good.
And then people would say, "You're good." I'd book myself again. So I had a team of minions who would then, one guy would do the paperwork. One guy would answer the phone.
Hello.
One guy would make the CD. One guy would look at me and go, "You can do it. You can do it. You're the best." But it's like four dudes and me DJing all the time,
yeah,
6-7 days a week.
You were like the man.
It was like the Wu-Tang Clan, but one guy had the mic.
Yeah,
That's
how you do it.
And so the thing was that I didn't realize that I had not built a business, but I built a job.
Yeah, you built a job with 3 cheerleaders.
Z, please explain the difference between a business and a job.
Are you working in it or are you working on it? That's taking it to the next level. Because if nobody else knows, if nobody on your team knows how to do the thing you're doing right now, then guess what? You're working in it and not on it. We want to give you, through this show, we want to give you time freedom. We want to give you financial freedom.
Oh, man.
And the only way you do that is to build your business beyond what you can just do yourself.
And I'm telling you this, Thrivers, when we've coached businesses one-on-one for years, we as in the Thrive 15 team. Before Thrive 15, I did it through my other business called Make Your Life Epic. I've coached a lot of Tulsa's top businesses. I've worked with Hewlett-Packard. I've worked with O'Reilly Auto Parts. I've worked with Maytag University. I've worked with Farmers Insurance. I've worked with Valspar Paint, Chevron, et cetera. And I only mention this to say we know what we're doing.
You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
And when the business coach begins to ask you questions that you never even knew existed, one of the things a good business coach will ask you, He's going to force you to clarify your vision so that you can begin to make better decisions upon your strategies and the systems you're doing. So I'm going to give you an example. Z, do you know why I typically don't, as a general rule, like to do speaking events? Do you know why that is?
I don't know why.
Well, my vision for my life, I'm just telling you, you've been on a plane with me before. I'm like a foot tapper. I'm like a, the stewardess.
You're
is
a
like,
horrible travel partner.
the person's like,
You're
the
horrible.
stewardess.
And a horrible driver, by the way.
The stewardess is like, does anyone, it's like 5 a.m. Attention passengers, we're on a flight, yada, yada, headed to Houston. And if anybody would like an alcoholic beverage, it is 5 in the morning, but we'll make that available for you. And I'm like, I got it right here.
I got it, vodka cranberry.
Give me a vodka cranberry, because I just can't. I get motion sickness.
You're
I
the
get
worst. You're
I
the
get,
worst.
I get OCD sickness where I'm like,
you're the worst.
why is there not the exact allotted amount of room for me? Where's my stapler?
Where's
my to-do list?
Where's my to-do list?
I can't handle it. But what I'm saying is that it's hard for me. Seriously, it causes me anxiety when I travel. And so all I'm saying is my vision, years ago, I realized my vision is not to travel.
Yeah.
So it's okay, but I had to my wife kind of helped me clarify that. But when I was talking to a guy who at the time was mentoring me, I realized, what am I doing? Like, I'm good at speaking. I do that for a living.
Yeah.
But I don't like traveling.
Yeah.
I got to quit doing that.
When they want you to come talk, they want you to come talk at their place.
Yeah. So I've got one more event coming up here at Caesar's Palace in Vegas. Who
are you giving the speech to this time?
This is going to be it's a department of the United States government. It's the Food and Drug Administration.
Oh, this ought to be exciting.
And the thing is that I'm going to go in there and I'm going to bring it, that I'm dropping the mic. It's shoop, poof, done.
That's it. That's it.
That's the last one I'm going to do on the road.
Wow, that's very cool.
Yeah, so it's
But
just...
if they come to our in-person workshops, they will see your magic. They will see your magic in person.
It's like Jim Gaffigan meets a very specific, actionable business coaching session. I mean, it's kind of the vibe. And the thing is, you and I like to have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I
thought it was more like the Jim Carrey of business education.
That's what they said in Yahoo. I was the Jim Carrey of business education. I don't know. I think more.
Is that like the Jim Carrey of Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah.
Or is that the Jim Carrey of
no common
liar,
sense?
Or
yeah. Now here's the deal, Thrivers. When you come back, we're going to be talking to you about super move number 3 as relates to business coaching. Reason number 3 why you need a business coach.
Are you a business owner? You need to ask yourself right now, how are you backing up your files and important documents? Most businesses have no system for the files in their business. If this is you got to use Dropbox. At least sign up for one of their 30-day free trials. Real talk, it's the secure file sharing and storage solution that employees and IT administrators trust. You get as much space as needed at no additional cost. You get unlimited file recovery and versioning, basically creating new versions, and valuable admin controls for secure sharing and collaboration with Dropbox for Business. You got to check this out. After using Dropbox, you'll definitely feel more secure knowing that a virus or power surge can't ruin your computer and your entire business. Try full access to Dropbox Business for 30 days. Head over to Dropbox.com to get started. Again, Dropbox.com to get started.
Live, local, now. You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to your inspiration station, your audio dojo of mojo. It's like a virtual library of business. It's business school without the BS. And yes, my name is Clay Clark, the former SBA Entrepreneur of the Year, in your ear, broadcasting live here from the left coast of the Arkansas River within the beautiful confines of the friendly Thrive15.com world headquarters and inside the box that rocks on this majestic microphone here. Dr. Z, Dr. Zellner, how are you, sir?
I am fantastic. And you know what I was just thinking? I thought, how's he going to introduce me now? And you did really a short one on that one.
Yeah, I stuck
just
it in.
Dr. Z, just boom, boom. But, it was funny because people will meet me and they go, you have an auto auction? I thought you were an optometrist. And they do that, and you have this, you have that. How'd you do that? Why can't you, and here's the thing, folks. If you're an entrepreneur, you're an entrepreneur, okay? Number one. And number two, don't let people paint you in a little corner and put you in a little corner. Oh, you're just an electrician. How on earth could you ever think that you would own a big electrician company? Oh, you're just a plumber. Why do you think you got to own your own business?
As an example of what you're talking about, but not the way you intended it.
Yeah.
I have been labeled as a very pasty male.
Because
If you look at me, I'm a pale male.
you are. I don't think this as a sun. When was the last time you were out in the sun?
It's been years.
Yeah.
So people look at me and they go, "You are one pale male. Do you ever go outside?" And I say, "No."
No.
But here's the thing: is I wanted to throw off those labels here. I didn't have a coach, Z.
Yeah.
I want to throw off those labels. So my wife and I, we go out to what's the island off the Texas? It's South Padre Island.
Yeah, South Padre.
Booked one of those quick trips on a Southwest Airlines fly down there. Shoof, land there.
Oh yeah.
I get out and I'm like, I'm going to walk on the beach. Take off my shirt, walking down that beach.
This.
Didn't have a coach. Didn't have someone teaching me about sunscreen and various things. People say, "You're a pale male. You should probably." My wife says, "Baby, you really need to cover up. Fair skin, not a freckle in my body.
Yeah.
Not a freckle on my body.
Yeah.
Just this pale male, pure, smooth
Straight,
butter skin,
like the driven snow."
Yeah. So anyway, we're walking around, and all of a sudden I'm like, "Ow!" I put my shirt on. I'm like, "Oh gosh, whoa!" So we get back to the hotel room, and I am peeling like a Poland peel, dude. It is sick. And I tell you what, I got freckles over my back now, and I'm never going outside again without my shirt on. I tell you what. I have no. So listen to this, Thrivers. We're talking about business coaching and why everybody listening, whether you hire the Thrive15.com team or not, you need a business coach. This third justification is everybody who has a business, you need accountability.
Accountability.
So I'm going to go ahead and read off to you a notable quote from Gino Wickman. Gino Wickman is the author of a book called Traction, and his program is actually a program that it's pretty expensive. So these business coaching programs could cost $7,000, $8,000.
Oh yeah, they're expensive.
$1 a month. Now, by the way, the Thrive 15 program is $1,500 a month. This just in. But here's the thing. He says this: you got to clarify your vision, and you will make better decisions about people, processes, finances, strategies, and customers. He goes on to say. So once you've clarified the vision, he goes on to say, most people are sitting on their own diamond mines. The surest way is to lose your diamond mind is to get bored, become over-ambitious, or to start thinking that the grass is greener on the other side. Find your core focus and stick to it and devote your time and resources to excelling at it. And he goes on, one more thing. He says, what gets measured gets done. Boom. Gino Wickman, sick.
Gino Wickman's so right. And that's what you see so many times, that people are like, hey, I'm good at this, but I'm going to, put this in there, and I'm going to have a med spa and then have a bookstore in there too, because
we're going to sell books,
and then I'm gonna put a coffee cart in there because people like to drink coffee.
Here was my thinking that Vinny and I put into this. All right, so it's like people all drive a car, right?
Yeah.
Right. See?
Yeah.
So people in a car, they pull in with the car. When you're in your car and you get your oil changed, what are you doing? Nothing, right?
Nothing.
So you get your hair chopped by a dude in the shop, so it's called the lube shop and chop mop. Boom, it's like there, boom. And then when you're waiting to get your mop chopped, what are you gonna do? You get something to eat.
Well, yeah.
So we got paninis.
We got paninis at a coffee store in the lube store.
We've combined what we would call all three. It's called the holy trifecta. Some would call it the Trinity. We're not sacrilegious. We would not call it that. But I'd call it the trifecta of lube, hair, and paninis.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what people do.
Yeah, we call it luberinis. So,
luberinis. You go on in there to luberinis.
Come in to luberinis, and we're going to get you fixed up. So.
And the thing is that we oil up the paninis. We oil up your hair. We oil up your car. We do the whole thing.
Yeah.
Everyone goes home with the wet look.
Yeah, the wet look at your panini. We give you all the dipping oil.
I don't care if you want the wet look or the dry look. You get the wet look every time.
Yeah, and that's what you see so much is that, a lot of people have a hard time mastering the one thing. And if you get that one thing mastered, folks, let's just make that repeatable. Let's make that scalable. Let's make that to where you can do it. This idea that you can't have quality and quantity is just drives me crazy.
Repeatable. How repeatable does it have to be, my friend? How repeatable?
It has to be so repeatable that when you're in Hawaii, and you got your little flowered shirt on, maybe a little grass skirt. You're getting a serving of a freshly roasted pig over the luau.
Oh, wow.
You don't have to worry about what's going on at your Luberini store back home.
Would you actually build a script for someone to answer the phone that detailed?
No, you teach them once and they should remember it.
Are you actually going to invest in a checklist?
No, absolutely not, because that takes away freedoms and people.
Do you actually?
People like that inspiration. I like to do things on the fly.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to ask you this. When I ask you the question, I want you to answer the question because I want you to be honest on the air.
Okay.
Would you actually go as far as to say you might even pre-write an email or a text message communication that was sent out from your business?
I wouldn't paint my people in a box like that. I mean, that's just you stifle the creativity. You know?
So if you were going to build your own business, you would actually build these systems. Is that what you would do?
Absolutely. And then you have to do it. That makes them repeatable. And then what you do, it's a lot easier. You can hire quality people. You've got the system in place. You've got the script. You've got the checklist. You've got the pattern. You've got the skeleton in place. And then what you do is you just have them say, now just repeat this.
Now, Thrivers, when we come back, we're going to be talking about super move number 4 of a business coach. The reason number 4 you want a business coach, and that is because a business coach will help you create time freedom and financial freedom. Time freedom and financial freedom. Stay tuned. Thrive Time Show.
For the professional-looking man out there, this is for you. Are you tired of waiting for hours in disorganized barbershops around town? Are you maybe looking for an upscale haircut experience instead of being treated like a little kid? If either of these thoughts crossed your mind, then Elephant in the Room Men's Grooming Lounge is for you. The Elephant in the Room Men's Grooming Lounge is proud to offer a variety of packages and memberships for discerning men and regular customers who wish to maintain their tailored look while receiving discounts off of services and products. They're going to bring you in, they'll offer you a beverage, identify your style that you're going for, get you a tailored haircut from one of the professional stylists, wash your hair, and then style it afterwards so you could even go back to work. The experience is awesome. They even do cool things for members like a free nape shave on Mondays or a peppermint oil scalp massage on Tuesday. Check out one of the locations near you and book an appointment. You can check them out at eitrlounge.com or just dial 918-877-2219. Seriously, you're going to love it. 918-877-2219 or visit eitrlounge.com to book an appointment today.
You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
All right, Thrive Nation, welcome back to the Inspiration Station. Do not change that dial. You're going to want to stick around for a while because I'm telling you what, my name's not Kyle. My name's Clay Clark. I'm the former SBA Entrepreneur of the Year and a man who always wants to keep a low profile. A man who he's kind of off the grid almost. It's like he's sort of sneaky. He's kind of mysterious. He comes in, he goes out. He's a very successful entrepreneur. You've seen his name, his sign all over Tulsa, but it's hard to see him. When you see him, you go, is that he's got shorts on? He has a soccer jersey on. It must be Dr. Zellner. Sir, how are you?
I am fantastic. And you know what?
Chicken butt.
That's exactly right. I'll tell you what. I went to your house for the first time.
Oh yeah.
This last weekend.
Oh yeah.
And unbelievable. You've got a compound going on.
We're working on it, man. We're working on it. We're working on the compound.
You've got the wall structure kind of going up.
I'm trying to convince you
trees to grow up so no one can see you.
I'm trying to convince you to buy the 28. It's kind of a passive aggressive thing where I just want to mention it. There's 28 acres right there behind.
Did you say 28 or 20?
There's 28, I believe.
28.
Yeah.
Oh,
so you should get that acreage.
That makes a whole different
behind.
deal.
You should get that acreage right behind our house there. The only way to get to it would be to basically drive through our property. That would create a personal bond that we would always have because you would always have to drive through the property. That's
the compound or sneak in somehow, right?
Yeah, but I'm being serious, Thrivers. Listen, everybody has their own definition of financial freedom and time freedom, but a coach can help you achieve financial freedom. So I've made a list of 3 things that I enjoy about my time freedom. Z's made a list of a few things he enjoys about his time freedom. I will start with my list.
Okie dokie.
1 is I really enjoy being able to tell certain people to go away.
Just go away.
I love the idea that I don't, because as an example, we have a client we're working with right now who's super kind, super generous. We've worked with the same business coaching client for almost 9 years.
Oh, that's nice.
Things are great.
Things are great.
And you know why I'm working with that client? Because I fired another one to get to this client years ago.
Yeah.
So I was working with another client, and the client was being disrespectful, saying some pretty crazy stuff on the phone, perpetually crazy late for things. And because money isn't the only motive, I was able to say, hey, I don't think that we're a good fit, and so I'm going to move on.
See you later, alligator.
Money allows you to do that.
Yes, it does.
Z, what's one little benefit of having financial freedom that you enjoy?
Financial freedom that I enjoy?
Yeah.
Having my horse ranch. You know, my horse ranch down on South 75. It's called the Rockin' Z Ranch. That was a bucket list dream item as a little boy for me. And I said to myself, man, one of these days when I make it, one of these days when I get there, I'm going to have me a horse ranch. Why? I don't know. I think growing up, I watched, those shows on TV, Bonanza, Gunsmoke, all these cool shows, Lone Ranger, and they all dealt with horses. And I thought, oh man, horses are just so cool. So that's what it allowed me to chase a dream that I had as a young boy. Financial freedom did.
The second thing for me, I would say that I enjoy the most about having time freedom and financial freedom is I like to be able to, whenever there is like an emergency that would have previously devastated us financially.
Yeah.
I love to be able to go,
no big deal.
We'll knock it out. No big deal.
We'll knock it out.
And a lot of times it could be little things like, my kids, we have 5 kids. This is a story about flat screen TVs you're going to enjoy.
All right.
I get this flat screen TV. Back in the day as a kid, I remember I bought my first TV and I took care of that TV. It was my first Magnavox.
Oof.
Big old 32 inch. That was when the TVs were deep and wide, super heavy. Well, anyway, so my wife and I buy a flat screen. This is probably about 3 years ago. We have a flat screen that's in the house. And one of my kids, I come back from work and I notice there's a crack in the screen.
Oh, no.
And I go, it's like one of those Berenstain Bear things. I'm like, who's been touching my screen?
Yeah.
And so the kids are like, we don't know. I mean, we don't know with the TV. We don't know, Dad. And I'm going, come on, somebody knows. And the little sweet daughter, the twins, they're like, we don't know who did it, Dad. I'm like, come on, somebody has broken my screen. So I buy another screen. Just a true story. This is the next day. So I buy another screen, set it up. You got to mount it. So you got to buy the screen, the bracket, it's a thing.
It's a thing.
He mounts the thing. I come back the next day. No joke. Broke it again.
No way.
New screen. 2 days in a row.
Wow.
I came home and I'm going, all right, who has been throwing a ball, pushing somebody? What is happening? Who has broken my thing? And they're like, we don't know who did it. And I will honestly tell you, I did not get mad at all. Like I was frustrated.
Yeah. I
disciplined them, but I didn't like get mad in a way like a material. Like if it was my only $500 and that was my last TV in the world. Because, a lot of people, they buy a car they can barely afford. Yeah. And then if someone touches it, they're like, are you kidding me? Get away from it.
You're listening to the Thrive Time Show on Talk Radio 1170.
So being able to turn financial little issues, they could have been big issues into small little speed bumps. That's what I enjoy. That's one thing I enjoy. What else do you enjoy about financial freedom?
Well, I enjoy, traveling. I enjoy going places that are, on my bucket list of places to go. I mean, everybody out there listening right now, if I walked up to you and said, hey, where's the top place you want to go in the world? And people would stop and they'd cock their head a little bit. They'd go, I want to go, and they'd fill in the blank, right?
Okmulgee, man. I'd like to get out there and get south.
Oolaga, I tell you what, down there in
Oolaga,
such a fine place. No, you would have an exotic place. Could be Rome or Paris or Hawaii, or it could be anywhere around the world, and we all have that list in our head. You may not talk about it. You may not say it out loud, but you've got the list.
Where's one of the favorite places you've been to this year? I mean, what are maybe the 2 places you've been to this year where you go, wow, that was pretty cool?
That was pretty cool. The 2 places I'll tell you about overall cool because when you said that, I was just thinking overall. I really enjoyed Ireland. I love to go and stay in those castles and do that. I'm kind of one of those kind of guys, I think if I grew up, I'd have been that guy that you go to all the Renaissance fairs and you're really into it. I could have made that switch at some point in my life, Did
you go into a pub?
Oh yeah.
Did you go in there and did you do a little Irish jig?
Oh yeah, you do an Irish jig and everybody there loves you and they're all like, you're Irish and you're like, I don't know, but you are, America, that's where it's, this Western Ireland,
Is there a fear that everyone there has that you're after their Lucky Charms?
I didn't sense that.
Okay.
Now, nobody brought that up.
What's one more cool place you've been to recently or, overall where you've traveled to? Man, that was awesome.
Rome. I love Rome. Rome's fun. Yeah, it's amazing to go and walk through that city and see the things that were built so long ago. And you're like, oh my gosh, it's just incredible. Like the Colosseum. I mean, you go into that thing and you're just like, this thing's been here for this many years and they built it back then. They didn't have like all the big, cranes and all the big, stuff to move the stuff, to build the stuff.
Technically speaking, they didn't have all the stuff that moved the stuff back in the day to get the stuff done.
That's what I'm saying.
Overall, they didn't have the things.
They didn't have the things.
Or the whatnot.
Yeah.
Specifically, they had no whatnot to get the stuff done.
So the engineering and the design and the history, and you get a little tour guide, and you got a little earbud in, and they're giving you all the stuff about it. You're just like, this is amazing.
They did have aqueducts back in the day, though.
They had aqueducts. I mean, it's amazing the technology they had back then. But that's one of the things that you do, and you say to yourself, listen, I know that if I'm just punching a time clock, I'm not going to be able to get these things done unless I really, dummy down and try to really save money. But if I own a business and I own a successful business, and I do the right things
A
by the business.
successful business.
A successful business. I have good business coaching. Then I can afford these things down the road. And you know what? Some people may be listening today. It's Tuesday. We've only got an hour. We got to wrap things up here in a little bit. But you know, some people are probably listening right now, Clay, and they go, "Hey, listen, yeah, I know, Clay, you're like the world's best business coach. I get it. All right. And I know everybody needs a business coach. Okay, I get it. But I don't have $6,000 or $7,000 or $10,000 to pay you to do my to do all these things that you're going to say I need to do and to hire you. So what are my options?"
Well, here you go. You got 3 options tonight. 3 options for you tonight. Option number 1 is you can do nothing and continue down the course that you've been going.
Okay, check. All right, there's one.
Option number 2 is you go to thrive15.com. You sign up for the world's best business school. It's $19 a month.
Wait, tell me about that. What do you mean the world's best business school? What is it like?
Well, we've gone around the world and we've gathered up some of the top mentors, millionaires, everyday success stories. For instance, you want to learn management? I do want to learn management.
I do.
Do you want someone to teach you who knows what they're talking about? I would prefer the person to teach me who knew what they're talking about. Well, we have a guy by the name of Lee Cockrell. He used to manage Walt Disney World Resorts as the executive vice president. He managed 40,000 people, and he's going to teach you management, and the list goes on. You'll learn sales, marketing, search engine. It's all there, $19 a month. However, for the rare breed, I call this this is move number 3. This is for people out there who are tired of mediocrity. They want to move beyond intention. They want to move into real talk. They want to get stuff done.
Okay.
We have thrive15.com.
They're touchy-feely kind of people?
Workshops.
Okay.
And these are affordable by anybody. Okay. If you email info@thrive15.com, go up there and just email info@thrive15.com. Put your name, phone number, email. Our team will call you. We have prices. People from all over the world do fly in for the workshops. It's a 2-day, 15-hour interactive workshops. Workflows, sales, marketing. It's awesome. But we've made it so it's affordable for anybody, Z. No matter what your economic situation is, we made it affordable for you.
You know what? We've had some very generous business people in the community in Tulsa, which is one of the best places for entrepreneurship, by the way.
According to Forbes.
And they have helped us. They say, listen, if you got a dude out there that needs a workshop and can't afford the full price, you know what? They've given some money so we can actually have some scholarship money for those out there that can't afford the full price of the workshop. So there's no excuse to not come and get business coach for the day.
Hey, try going to a major university, try enrolling in the business college and having no money and going, hey, I don't have can I go next week? And they're like, no, you go see financial aid, go get some loans, let's apply. Things take a long time. We can get you taken care of this week. It's the Thrive 15 workshops. See.
Well, what about if I want a little bit more? What about I got a little bit of money? I'm doing okay. I want to go to the next level.
We've got one-on-one business coaching, and it is awesome. We have a one-on-one coach that will work with you and coach you up on how to grow your website, expand your sales, fix your accounting, improve your management. Z, and as always, 3, 2, 1, boom.